I'm going to tell you something. When you raise the money, you can find deals. If you go to brokers and say, here's proof of funds, you go to the bank, hey, by the way, do you know how I got to do residential flips, the REO, bank-owned properties? I didn't even go to a bank. It was Walnut Creek Bank of America division that called me. I had $5 million cash because the market had collapsed. I have a lot of commercial business. I had $5 million cash sitting. And the guy called me in Cancun. I was in Cancun, picked up the phone. My cell phone works worldwide thanks to Verizon. That's a plug for Verizon. Clip me $550 a month. I said, this is Sharif. That's how I always answer my phone. The guy introduces himself. He says, I'm with Bank of America. And I see that you have $5 million here sitting in your account. My first thought was Bank of America is going bankrupt. If you remember that time, 2009. And my money's gone. And ironically, that morning, I was just looking at a website about the FDIC regulations, because I had applied for bank license, whatever. And it said that the banks have the right not to pay you back in cash, but in cash and the like. And you click, and it tells you the like could be their desks, their tables, their computers. I'm like, are you kidding? I saw that morning. I was just like, oh, what suckers are going to get taken with that? And this guy's calling me. So I said, okay, is there a problem with Bank of America? And he said, we have an opportunity for you if you're interested. We got a bunch of properties we're willing to sell to you at a discount if you want to buy in bulk. I was looking you up. You do trainings. You know what you're doing. And we're interested in working with people like you. Would you be interested to buy something for pennies on the dollar? You're with me on this? Yeah. That came from the bank because the money was there. This is 2009. Was before, just literally a few months before my fund gets filed. My fund was filed July of 2009. This call came in like May 2009. And I said to the guy, you mean I'll buy properties pennies on the dollar? Which dollar? The old value dollar? Today's dollar, what it's selling at? Or the dollar of the loan, like whatever is owed? And he said, well, I could see that you want to talk more about this, so let me get into details. And he said, I'm sitting in front of a package here of 100 properties. Average loan is so much. We're willing to sell it for so much. And we're selling this like average loan had cost us $100,000. The properties are selling right now in the market at $60,000. Our loans on average are $80,000. We're willing to discount them to $30,000. You buy them $30,000, which is on the actual value we loaned against is, I don't know, like 30 cents on the dollar. I said, I don't care the old value you raised on. I don't care what loan amount. All I care for is how long does it take for real estate agents to sell the properties at the number you're telling me. You're saying they're selling at X. How long does it take? He said, on average, 6 months. I said, then forget that X. It's going to be lower because I'm not going to hold inventory and wait for 6 months to be turned. I said, it's got to be lower. And then he said, you want lower? We block the whole 5 million and you buy 100 a month. I said, can I test? Can I test? I have a concept. Test before you invest. He said, yes, you can test with 100 properties. Well, the offer was like a no-brainer, like $15,000 a property. To give you an idea, just to get the land and the permit to build, on average in the United States for a home is like $30-some thousand. Buy an existing home at half the price of replacement cost is a no-brainer. And I like no-brainer stuff, right? Because then you don't have to think much. Leave the energy for your brain for something else. So I said, I'll try with 100. Well, the 100 properties, literally we were doing an event in Puerto Rico, and by the time I got them and all this, and so everybody had arrived in Puerto Rico for the event, and we were walking to dinner, and one lady from New York was walking with me, and she said, I love foreclosures. I said, well, I just bought a package of so many. And she said, let me take a look. So I said, I'll email it to you when I get back to my home. The next morning, she bought them all at a profit. She wanted them all. So needless to say, I called the bank back and said, I think we got a deal. And the rest was history. I just had to create a business model. But what I'm trying to tell you, the moral of the story is, if you have the capital, deals come up. But what's really more interesting is when you have a great deal, capital comes up.